across to the court once again to talk to a reporter, Antonia Kerrigan, who's there. Antonia, today Nicolas Sarkozy, he's facing questions, isn't he, from the lawyer for the civil parties. So this is the families of the victims of the 1989 DC-10 plane bombing. How is that involved in the trial here?
So the 1989 bombing of a plane going from Brazzaville to Paris via Chad killed 170 people, most of them French, was later found to have been ordered by the Libyan secret services with the famous Abdallah Senussi at the helm, their intelligence chief in Libya at the time. This is one of the people that Nicolas Sarkozy is spending this trial strenuously denying ever having had any contact with, and insisting that he was ignorant of the contact, the meetings that his associates had with this individual who held the purse strings, who is, the prosecutors believe, the person who might have provided campaign finance, or at least conspired to do so, for Nicolas Sarkozy's 2007 presidential campaign. Families of the victims in that attack say that it was a real betrayal to imagine that their president, before he was president of course, was having this kind of contact with the person who killed their family members. And some have likened it, of course, to if they were to find out decades later, if the families of the Bataclan victims were to find out years later that their government had been in contact with the authors of that attack. So the Nicolas Sarkozy's response, he has tried to be understanding of these victims' suffering, or tried to appear so in court. But he has said you don't repair suffering by injustice. He maintains, of course, to the last his innocence.
Antonia, what has the former president been questioned so far today, then?
So far, it's mostly been about his relationship with Ziad Takieddine, who is the person the prosecutors have described frequently as the go-between. He's now deceased, and he is supposed to be the person, according to the prosecution, who would have arranged the transfers of money from Abdallah Senussi towards the presidential campaign. And of course, there are known wire transfers from Senussi to Takieddine. Where it's a bit more difficult is proving whether or not this money was indeed intended for the Sarkozy campaign. President Sarkozy says he never had any meetings with Ziad Takieddine. He didn't have a clue who he was when he did meet him in passing, even though the lawyer for the civil parties listed off all of the infrastructure projects, all the major business deals that meant that Ziad Takieddine's name was frequently in the press, suggesting that in his view it's implausible that an ambitious young Minister for the Interior with ambitions towards the presidency wouldn't know who he was. Of course, Ziad Takieddine has since turned on the Sarkozy clan and given a great deal of evidence against him. So Nicolas Sarkozy is intent on discrediting this testimony that he says is false. He has described Ziad Takieddine as crazy, and he has also said that Takieddine is an embittered ally of the Gaddafi regime, and that, of course, this group of people are outraged at Nicolas Sarkozy and his close circle as they are seeking revenge for the French military intervention in Libya in 2011. That's how Nicolas Sarkozy hopes to discredit this body of testimony from the now deceased businessman.
Antonia, thanks very much. Antonia Kerrigan reporting for us there from the court. Of course, we'll continue to follow that over the coming days here on France 24 for you.